the people who are out of state may never be investigated and prosecuted because they're so hard to reach.
You hear it there, alarming words from a local prosecutor in the wake of Hurricane Ida. With thousands of homeowners desperate to find anyone just to repair their homes, it's a situation that makes them easy targets for scammers and con artists.
That's right, and Southeast Louisiana could again become a hotbed for contractor fraud. Chief Investigative Reporter Greg LaRose joins us in the studio. And Greg, what are authorities saying about how bad this could get?
Yeah, they see people getting desperate as they battle with their insurance company and try to find a contractor who'll do the work at a price that they can afford. And their fear is that under pressure, homeowners will make a bad decision and pay even more in the long run. The lake, it pushes the water. Hazim Demin and his family of four live in a travel trailer outside their home in Laplace. He needs repairs for flood and roof damage. The local contractors he's reached are quoting him higher prices, and he'll have to wait a month or two before they can start work.
But going with somebody from Houston, for example, I got like 4 or 5 from Houston. Their prices are cheap, and they can start as soon as possible.
Homeowners like Hazim find themselves in a tough spot. So are they better off staying local or finding help wherever they can? Brad Hassard is in charge of compliance for the board that licenses contractors in Louisiana.
The out-of-state guys, they get a bad rap. Some of that is indeed deserved, and they've earned all that. But it's our own citizens that sometimes take advantage of their neighbors as well.
Our research backs up Brad's claims. The Jefferson Parish District Attorney reported 28 cases involving contractor theft or fraud since 2015. In every case, the defendant was from Southeast Louisiana. Most were from right in the victim's backyard in Jefferson Parish.
I think our situation would be very similar to Jefferson Parish.
Warren Montgomery is the DA in St. Tammany and Washington parishes. He says there's a good explanation for why most defendants in these cases are local.
Many of these contractor fraud cases that are out of state are actually never even brought to my office to be prosecuted because we can't find them.
There have been 14 contractor fraud cases in St. Tammany and Washington since 2019. Half of those are still awaiting trial, and there have been just 3 guilty verdicts over the past 3 years.
Compliance takes time, I guess you could say, and without enforcement, you don't have any compliance.
Louisiana approved a law in 2016 that specifically made contractor fraud a crime. Before that, it was handled under broader theft laws. Brad Hassard says there's still a learning curve for some in law enforcement when investigating these cases.
And that's probably part of the big holdup on some of their ends is contracting is not necessarily extremely complicated, but it is a little bit technical.
The state board can fine licensed contractors who break the rules, and they can go after someone who works without a license. But Hassard says his staff is not equipped to stop scammers before they defraud their victims.
We're not pretending to be the contractor police by any means, but the things that we gather provides law enforcement all the tools necessary for them to move forward with a residential contractor fraud or even a theft or a fraud charge most of the time.
DA Warren Montgomery says judges have a lot of latitude when it comes to punishing those who commit contractor fraud. According to the DA's office, Danielle Gaspard pleaded guilty in February in 2 separate cases involving theft and contractor fraud. She had a previous record of 7 convictions and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Records from the DA also show Christopher Wagasback pleaded guilty to contractor fraud last year. Before that, he was convicted 5 times on a variety of charges going back to the 1980s. His 10-year prison sentence for contractor fraud was suspended, and he received probation.
There's a lot of freedom, so to speak, for the judge in sentencing. Maybe an improvement of the statute would be to take away some of that freedom.
Back in Laplace, Hazim Demin says he and his family have settled into their travel trailer, and they're willing to wait to get their repairs done right rather than get burned.
My preference is to go with a local contractor, licensed and insured local contractor, but it goes back to how much I'm going to pay and how much the insurance will pay.
So what can you do to reduce the chance you'll become a victim of contractor fraud? Here's what experts say. Number one, get it in writing. Demand a contract that spells out exactly what work you expect to have done and the price you've agreed to pay. Don't settle for a handshake deal. Two, never pay cash, especially if your contractor's asking for a down payment. It's a red flag if they're asking for a lot of upfront money. At three, take pictures. Take photos and show what your house looks like before, during, and after repairs. That way, it's not just your word against your contractors.